Wine and beer make people lose control. They get loud and stumble around, and that is foolish. An angry king is like a roaring lion. If you make him angry, you could lose your life. People who refuse to argue deserve respect. Any fool can start an argument. Some people are too lazy to plant seeds, so at harvest time, they look for food and find nothing. Getting information from someone can be like getting water from a deep well. If you are smart, you will draw it out. You might call many people your friends, but it is hard to find someone who can really be trusted. When people live good, honest lives, their children are blessed. When the king sits and judges people, he must look carefully to separate the evil from the good. Can anyone say their heart is pure? Who can say, I am free from sin? The Lord hates for people to use the wrong weights and measures to cheat others. Even children show what they are like by the things they do. You can see if their actions are pure and right. It was the Lord who gave us eyes for seeing and ears for hearing. If you love to sleep, you will become poor. Use your time working and you will have plenty to eat. When buying something, people always say, it's no good, it costs too much. Then they go away and tell others what a good deal they got. The right knowledge can bring you gold, pearls, and other expensive things. If someone promises to pay the debt of a stranger, get a coat or something from him to keep until the debt is paid. It may seem to be a good thing to get something by cheating, but in the end, it will be worth nothing. Get good advice when you make your plans. Before you start a war, find good advisors. You cannot trust someone who would talk about things told in private, so don't be friends with someone who talks too much. Those who would curse their father or mother are like a lamp that goes out on the darkest night. If your wealth was easy to get, it will not be worth much to you. Don't ever say, I'll pay them back for what they did to me. Wait for the Lord. He will make things right. The Lord hates for people to use the wrong weights to cheat others. It is wrong to use scales that are not accurate. The Lord guides our steps, and we never know where He will lead us. Think carefully before you promise to give something to God. Later, you might wish you had not made that promise. Like a farmer who separates wheat from the chaff, a wise king will decide who is wrong and crush them. Your spirit is like a lamp to the Lord. He is able to see into your deepest parts. A king who is loyal and true will keep his power. Loyalty will keep his kingdom strong. We admire a young man for his strength, but we respect an old man for his gray hair. A beating can remove evil and make you completely clean. To the Lord, a king's mind is like a ditch used to water the fields. He can lead the king wherever he wants him to go. People think that whatever they do is right, but the Lord judges the reasons for everything they do. Do what is right and fair. The Lord loves that more than sacrifices. Proud looks and proud thoughts are sins. They show a person as evil. Careful planning leads to profit. Acting too quickly leads to poverty. Wealth that comes from telling lies disappears quickly and leads to death. The bad things that evil people do will destroy them because they refuse to do what is right. Criminals cause trouble wherever they go, but good people are honest and fair. It is better to live in a small corner on the roof than to share the house with a woman who is always arguing. Evil people always want to do more evil, and they show no mercy to people around them. When you punish a proud person who laughs at what is right, even fools will learn something. But a little instruction is enough for the wise to learn what they should. God is good. He knows what the wicked are doing, and He will punish them. Those who refuse to help the poor will not receive help when they need it themselves. If anyone is angry with you, give them a gift in private. A gift given in secret will calm even the strongest anger. A decision that is fair makes good people happy, but it makes those who are evil very afraid. Whoever leaves a path of wisdom will be on their way to an early death. Loving pleasure leads to poverty. Wine and luxury will never make you wealthy. The wicked must pay for what happens to good people. The cheaters will be taken in exchange for the honest. It is better to live alone in the desert than with a quick-tempered wife who loves to argue. Wise people save the nice things they have. Fools use up everything as soon as they get it. People who try hard to do good and be faithful will find life, goodness, and honor. A wise person can defeat a city full of warriors and tear down the defenses they trust in. People who are careful about what they say will save themselves from trouble. Proud people think they are better than others. They show they are evil by what they do. Lazy people will cause their own destruction because they refuse to work. Some people are greedy and never have enough. Good people are generous and have plenty. God hates sacrifices from the wicked, especially when their reason for offering them is evil. Witnesses who lie will be caught and punished. A careful listener will always be there to speak up. Good people know they are right, but the wicked have to pretend. There is no one wise enough to make a plan that can succeed if the Lord is against it. You can prepare your horses for battle, but only the Lord can give you the victory. It is better to be respected than to be rich. A good name is worth more than silver or gold. The rich and the poor are the same. The Lord made them all. Wise people see trouble coming and get out of its way, but fools go straight to it and suffer for it. Respect the Lord and be humble. Then you will have wealth, honor, and true life. Evil people are trapped by many troubles, but those who want to live avoid them. Teach children in a way that fits their needs, and even when they are old, they will not leave the right path. The rich rule over the poor. The one who borrows is a slave to the one who lends. Those who spread trouble will harvest trouble. In the end, they will be destroyed for the trouble they caused. Generous people will be blessed because they share their food with the poor. Get rid of the proud who laugh at what is right, and trouble will leave with them. All arguments and insults will end. Love a pure heart and kind words, and the king will be your friend. The Lord watches over true knowledge, and he opposes those who try to deceive others. A person who is lazy and wants to stay home says, "There is a lion outside, and I might be killed in the streets." The sin of adultery is a trap, and the Lord gets very angry with those who fall into it. Children do foolish things, but if you punish them, they will learn not to do them. These two things will make you poor: hurting the poor to make yourself rich, and giving gifts to the rich. Listen carefully to these words from the wise. Pay attention to what I have learned. It will be good for you to remember these words and have them ready when they are needed. I will teach you these things now. I want you to trust the Lord. I have written 30 sayings for you. These are words of advice and wisdom. They will teach you things that you can know for sure to be true. Then you can give good answers to the one who sent you. It is easy to steal from the poor, but don't do it, and don't take advantage of them in court. The Lord is on their side. He supports the poor, and he will take from those who take from them. Don't be friends with people who become angry easily. Don't stay around quick-tempered people. If you do, you may learn to be like them. Then you will have the same problems they do. Don't promise to pay someone else's debt. If you cannot pay, you will lose everything you have. So why should you lose the bed you sleep on? Never move an old property line that was marked long ago by your ancestors. Skilled workers will always serve kings. They will never have to work for less important people.